Hi, I'm Stacy, and today we are going to be exploring French pink clay. Today we're going to be working with French pink clay, which is primarily made up of Montmorillonite clay. This is a very gentle clay with antioxidant properties, and I'm really excited to work with this. I know that there are varieties of ways to mix the clay to address a variety of skin concerns. So this first mixture that you see here is French pink clay with honey, yogurt, olive oil, and then we will use orange flower water to get a specific consistency. This is going to be perfect for dry skins. Now you're seeing French pink clay here on the right that is created for a combination skin. So this is going to be French pink clay with honey and orange flower water to consistency. And then for our oily skins, we're going to go ahead and mix French pink clay with orange flower water only. So one of the great things about French pink clay is that ability to be customized for skin type. And when you see the mixture here on the left for our dry skin, you notice that it has kind of a moussey consistency. And you'll see when we put this on, it's just a lovely, kind of, soft consistency that we can put on the skin. When we mix the honey, orange flower water, and clay blend here, it's going to be a little more liquidy on the skin. And then, of course, the clay and orange flower water is going to be even more liquidy still. So variety of consistencies, a variety of product mixtures, and these are all going to be specific for skin type. So we're going to go ahead and apply these to the skin and see what the differences are between these three formulations of French clay mask. We're going to go ahead and apply our mask, and we're starting with the dry skin mixture. So this is our clay, yogurt, olive oil, and orange flower water. This is considered to be one of Cleopatra's original beauty mask recipes. And I always used to wonder where those beauty mask recipes of Cleopatra's actually came from until I found out that she did write a book on cosmetics and hair loss and gynecology, of all things. So who knew? Next, we're going to go to the combination skin formulation, and this is your clay mask with honey and orange flower water. This is a little bit thinner mixture, and one thing to note, and this is pretty much applies to any mask, you don't need these masks to look like a commercial for a spa. Generally, you can apply a little thinner amount of mask, as long as it's going to stay soft on the skin for the length of time that you want it to. You don't need to be applying a ton of mask. We're going to move into the clay and water mixture for the forehead, and this would be for your oily skin types. And this one's going to dry down, the fastest. And anytime you're working with clays, things like that, it's always a good idea to avoid the eyebrows or your hair because it will dry in there and be a little bit harder to remove. If that's the case, just go ahead and apply a warm washcloth to that area before you remove the mask, and it'll just soften that up, and then it'll come right off. And we're going to go back to the dry skin formulation for the neck because the skin on the neck is just inherently a little bit more dry. So I'm going to apply that to the neck, and why not? If you're going to apply mask to your face, you may as well apply to the neck too. Okay, so I'm almost ready to take this mask off, and over here where I have the oil and the lemon and the honey and the clay and the orange flower water mixture, this side is still feeling a little creamy. It's dried down a little bit, but it still feels, pliable. The side over here where I have the clay and the honey and orange flower water, a little bit more of a dry down, and then you can see here where I use just the clay and the water that it is completely dried up, which is what we want really with clay. So the fact that this is drying and absorbing impurities, and if I had any oil in my skin and be absorbing oils and things, so everything is going according to plan. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this and show you the finished product. All right, so I went ahead and removed my masks, and one of the great things about French clay is that you really can customize this for any skin type, and I'm absolutely seeing that here because this forehead area where I use just the clay and the water definitely feels tightened and really clean and pure. And then this side over here where I had the combination skin, so I had the clay and the honey and the orange flower water, feels a little bit more hydrated, a little softer. And then this part over here where I had the yogurt and the clay and the honey and the oil, this is really plumped and hydrated and soft. And so is my neck. And so the general effect of just the clay, you can see I've got a little stimulation, you know, a little vascular activity all over, and my skin just feels really vibrant and activated. So I definitely recommend these clay masks. They're great. And then just go ahead and customize that according to your skin type, and lovely. Look at that little radiance I've got going on here.